Hello everyone, welcome back. This is module number 3. So we were dealing with this chapter on the face of it written by Susan Hill. So we saw the events that happened in the first part of the story, and there is a slight change in the attitude of Derry after conversing with the old man. And let us see whether he'll be able to change his attitude completely, and let's see what happens towards the end of this play. We'll continue, children. He tells Derry that he has many friends and that he is also one of them. He considers anyone who is not an enemy to be his friend. Mr. Lamb tells him that apart from a bomb that can blow up your limb or a bottle of acid that can burn your face, there are worse things that can blow up you from within. So the words that a person speaks can be so powerful that they can either blow you off or strengthen you from within. So what matters is what is there inside you and not the physical appearance alone. Mr. Lamb again says Derry that he is always welcome to his garden. Derry offers to help him pluck the crab apples from the trees and wants to take permission from his mother, but feels that she won't let him come back again. On the contrary, Mr. Lamb says that it is Derry himself who would not want to come back again and not that his mother would stop him. So many people have visited his place earlier and they might have gone back telling that they would come back, but nobody has returned after that. So Mr. Lamb is quite sure that Derry is not going to return back even after telling all this. So Mr. Derry himself is a person who is experiencing loneliness, but he is quite positive. Let us see what happens. He tells him that he need not agree to what others tell him and that when he waits, watches and listens, he will come to know that what he actually wants. Mr. Lamb goes towards the bees and Derry shouts at him in anger that he will return to the garden. And the next scene or the second scene, Derry goes to his mother who warns him not to go to that garden again. He tries to convince her that he is a harmless man and he just wants to be there, sit and listen to his talks. He ignores her order to stay back and goes to Mr. Lamb's house for inspiration to succeed in life. This means that Jerry is finally able to think in a way that Mr. Lamb thought. He is ready to be positive in his life by gaining back his confidence. And this is the last scene of this chapter or the third scene. This scene is set in the garden where Mr. Lamb is climbing the ladder to pluck the crab apples. Suddenly, he falls off the ladder and that is when Derry enters the garden. He runs towards Mr. Lamb and tries to talk to him. But as he is silent, the young boy feels that he has lost the inspirational old man and starts weeping. And this is how the play ends. Mr. Lamb is dead and Derry is actually crying at the loss of such a person. So let us look at the key points of this chapter. And the first thing is Mr. Lamb's advice to Derry. So it is Mr. Lamb who says that nature shapes differ, but the quality is same. So he says that whether it be a weed or a flower or any other green plant, everything is same in God's creation. So he also let him understand that inside is more important than outside and that one must accept oneself and should not be afraid of anybody else. So he says Derry that he should not think of all these negative things or the comments by people and he inspires him to look at things positively. And the next point is Derry's reaction to Mr. Lamb's advice. So initially he was really suspicious of Mr. Lamb because nobody had talked to him like that and nobody had understood him as such. So finally towards the end he is motivated and he is drawn towards Mr. Lamb and his advice. So Derry's transformation is the major thing that happened after conversing with Mr. Lamb. So Earlier, he had bitter experience in the world, so he told Mr. Lamb about the sarcastic comments made by people about his looks, and even his mother kisses him on the other side of his face. So he did not have any trust or love towards the people around him. But Mr. Lamb changes his outlook towards life, and that is why he is going back to Mr. Lamb's garden towards the end, which shows his changing personality. And this is how the play is ending, where Mr. Lamb is dead, but Derry's life has changed a lot, and he is a transformed person now who loves himself and understood this lesson that appearances doesn't matter at all. And we'll discuss further in the next module. Thank you all.